Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, alongside
Lex Kovacs from NutraKey.
That's right, man. NutraKey, makers of Envy, TrueBurn, and a lot of other commodities. I'll link it down below. Check it out, y'all. This one comes from James. Post-show. Hey, Mark. I'm a young 21-year-old male from the UK. Just competed for the first time in a natural bodybuilding show. After dieting 31 weeks. He didn't f*** around with that length of diet, though, did he?
Sounds like a good length of minute.
Yeah, that's what she said. Won the junior category, best wheels, and the overall.
Nice.
Your videos and that other site I used to write for, articles got me through the last few weeks and dark stages of prep, by the way. Absolutely inspiring. The weekend of the show was without a doubt the best weekend of my entire life. But now, a week after the show, I kind of feel like I've got the post-show blues, as some put it. I thought this would be a really good topic for you to cover in one of your videos, kind of like how you did the video about the ugly truth about contest prep. How about, this will be called the ugly truth about post-contest. Also, another topic I'd love to see you cover is post-show diet and nutrition, i.e. reverse diet recovery. I know these aren't specific questions. You know what? For the topic of this one, because we've gone over reverse dieting, that's reverse dieting. That's fine. We have articles on that. If you want more on reverse dieting, go to Mass Diet, M-A-S-S diet.com. But this is a good 10-minute topic. And I'm going to go into all kinds of stuff. And Lex, who also, keep in mind, I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to be completely honest and transparent. I was winning national level NPC shows, qualified nationally and all that, till I was before the age of 27. At 27, I was diagnosed with endocrine failure. That's when I started TRT. So I have experienced dieting hardcore, both as a complete militant natural competing in NPC, and then as a TRT-assisted bodybuilder competing in NAVA as well as the NPC. So I can speak from both ends, whereas Lex is an NGA pro. NGA, as you know, is a natural organization, and despite the fact he takes a quarter cup of Tren a day, he said that earlier, that's why it's so funny. He's like, what's the dose on that, like a quarter cup? He's so American, he won't even use the metric system in his steroid doses. Let me tell you a little bit about post-contest. A lot of people think, can't wait till the show, because I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. When that show's over, man, you're still in a hell of a turmoil in your body.
Yeah.
Your hormones are low. Your testosterone's probably that of a castrated rat. You are hungry. Your leptin, ghrelin, serotonin, even melatonin levels are fucked up. Your body is in a state of survival. Your body is wondering why you punished it. Your body is thinking, I'm not going to get a hard on because guess what? If I reproduce, I can't afford to feed, or I can't hunt the food from an evolutionary standpoint to feed my family nor myself, so I'm going to shut down this metabolism. Your body is in a state of disarray. And just because you got on stage and you won a trophy and best wheels, I applaud that because most kids these days don't train legs hard enough. Guess what? It doesn't matter if you won or lost the show. The results you're feeling isn't because you lost. It isn't an emotional response. It's a hormonal response. And it is just something you're going to go through. And for my brother who won his pro card at I believe he was 38 years old when he won his IFPA pro card, my brother for a year did not recover. Doug Miller took about 8 months to recover from his last show.
Yeah.
My brother took a year, a whole year. The first 3 months, mood swings, to the point where I was talking to his wife apologizing for prepping him. I did nothing wrong. I simply got him shredded glutes. I got him to the promised land as a coach. You know, he did the work, but you know, I helped him. I felt guilty because I was literally destroying my brother's family. My brother coaches sports. Saw him at a baseball game just completely going off. So at the end of the day, you're in a horrible spot. And it's just going to take time and regulation. You need to control yourself in not gaining all the weight back, because then you're going to have that emotional feeling that you're a fat fuck. So that's why I say before you compete, make sure that you got your mind in order. Now, your experiences, Lex?
My experiences are very similar to everything that we're talking about right now. The only thing that I think is different for me is injuries. I always incur some kind of an injury that I train through when I'm getting ready for a contest. And post show, when Your nutrition might not be perfect. Your training cycles might not be completely on par with your deloading and your periodization, and just everything is off a little bit because you're trying to return back to normal life. Perhaps try to get your job back that you lost because you were on a low carb rant.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Well, injuries for me was always something that always kind of got me down, because just like Mark said, once you have that look, once you're that guy or that girl in the mirror for some guys out there, you always want to get back to that. And that's one day out of the year when you're competing, when you're stepping on stage. That's one day out of the year you're going to look like that. And don't try to chase that. Be good with what you are in the mirror every single day, and realize that you need to address every single day post-contest as that's the day that you're going to get better and move back towards your goal, and set goals in the off season as well.
Yeah.
Set realistic goals as well.
I usually say, you know, after the show, just from hydration and stuff, depends on how big the athlete is, gaining 3 to 4 pounds the first week is acceptable just to get it back to where your body's not in famine.
Right.
After that, I like to see 2 pounds a month or 0.5 pounds a week. And you can do that again with that link. That's a whole nother topic. And that'll at least prevent you from not only having, because just because you get fat doesn't mean that your hormones are just going to magically reappear. You're getting fat because your body's storing everything it can. And that whole post-show anabolic rebound, once that thing spills over after 2 weeks, you're going to be looking horrible.
Sure. And
you're going to feel horrible. And it's the worst thing you do for your body, you could ask any cardiologist, any doctor, is yo-yo dieting. So the last thing you want to do is encourage a bodybuilding form of yo-yo dieting. We want you to live, but we don't discourage competing. I don't discourage it. I discourage it for anybody under 22, mainly due to the fact that the hormonal damage that might take a year to reverse when you're in your 20s and 30s, when you're in that developmental stage, before the age, I just put it at 22, it gives you an extra year or two of a buffer. You're not going to do anything spectacularly special that you can't do at 22, at 20 or 18. So I usually discourage competing before that age. Also, from a maturity standpoint, I think at 22 you're going to be more apt to handle the stressors put on from contest prep than you would, at least me as an 18-year-old. And as for if you're drugged or natural, enhanced or natural, enhanced people have their own set of failures, their own set of obstacles, but it's especially hard for naturals. Because the one thing a drug guy is doing is he's putting in exogenous hormones, so the dip in testosterone isn't going to affect him. He'll still have a dip in serotonin, ghrelin, leptin, all that, right?
Sure.
However, if you take out that hormonal aspect, I would actually say that, I'd hate to use this, but it's the only way I can say it. If you're looking at overall health for that time period, the guy on a sane dose is actually, for that time period, healthier than a guy who's natural, whose body is literally trying to figure out what the hell just happened. So what I'm saying is, even if you're natural and you only eat organic foods, being at that level of body fat, you're putting your body through stressors that could take years off your life. I mean, we don't know. But if you enjoy it, you love it, and you love going to the promised land and showing what your body can do, I'd rather live for 5 years as a lion than 10 years like a sheep.
I can absolutely agree with that.
So that was pretty deep, man. And I think this is great because I speak from both point of views. As an enhanced athlete, not faking the funk on that. Can't call me a fake natty. And as a natural athlete who did very well as a natural. You come as a current natural pro, who's dieting right now. So that's something that hopefully this is able to help you. So I think both of us will agree, patience and time.
Don't chase the dragon.
Yeah. Hope this helped you, man. That was deep, and that's not a game.